Chessbook. Have you heard of Chessbook? If you haven't checked out Chessbook, please go ahead and take a look at chessbook.com. It's free to use. You get to use up to 200 lines, and it is a nice, easy website for you to be able to practice your openings. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, well, there's Chessable for that. Yes, however, the really nice thing about this particular thing is this will help you fill in all the gaps. Chessable isn't always perfect, so make sure to head over to chessbook.com and check that out. Let's clip that. So what is chessbook.com? So chessbook.com is a really nice website that is very similar to Chessable in the way that you have the ability to do a lot of things with repetition and learning your chess openings. So one of the things that I found in my Chessable journey over the last year and a half, 18 months or so, is that the courses are huge. So I started kind of paring that all down, and as an adult improver, I have a limited amount of time to be working on chess in general. So openings are not really typically where games are won or lost. So the idea is that you try to find and build your repertoire based on something that's convenient and also something that you enjoy and you're comfortable with. Now, some of these huge Chessable courses, they've got thousands of lines or hundreds of lines. So I've started to pare that way back and to focus a little bit more narrowly on some openings. Now, I haven't added all my opening lines in here, but as you can see, you can do it for white or for black. And I've only got about 8% complete. Now, what's really cool about this is they have a daily tasks where you can practice your moves. I've got 65 due. Now, I'm kind of not going through these as much as I probably should, but I'm also actively playing my openings as well. Nice thing is you can link this to your connected account. So if we go here, you can put in your Lichess or your chess.com account. I only have this related to my chess, my Lichess. But you can attach both, and what it will do is if you have any mistakes, it'll tell you if you have any mistakes. What's really cool is it also tells you how many you've gotten correct in games that you've played, which is really, really cool. And then here's a new feature that they just added, which is this playthrough model game, and it will give you all these things that are related to anything that's in your opening. So you'll get these model games and you can play through them and learn, and then try to guess the moves. Now you can just keep clicking play move and get through it, but you can try to do this as a test where you can do a guess the move type of thing, kind of like solitaire chess, which is a really cool feature. I really like this. I'm glad it was added, and which is really nice. So let's take a look at what you can actually do. We already looked at the daily tasks, but you can also, when you do go to practice, you have options. So you're not just, I have to do all 65 right now. Nope. You can just do like 25. You can even do 10 at a time. It's not a big deal. But if you're really, bold and you want to kind of go through your whole repertoire, that's your training for the day, you just do my whole repertoire. And then what it will do is it'll play a number of moves. And as you play through, you're like, okay, what's my next move? Well, their next move, I believe, is going to be E5. So we want to prevent that by playing D4. There we go. And it said, there we go. Very good. So there's definitely a number of things that you can do as you go through these, and this counter will keep going up as you get them correct. So I've got that one down. We're not going to practice anymore. I think you guys get the gist of it. So we dropped that down by 3 because we got 3 moves correct. Very cool. And then the other thing that's really nice is you can add your entire repertoire. So if you've got a repertoire already and you have it in Lichess, you can actually either manually go through and start adding your moves, which is what I've done. I have a special way that I do it, and maybe if you guys would like a video on that, I could talk more about it. But you can also do an import or export, which is really nice. You also have the ability to have multiple repertoires, and you can name them, which is a really cool feature. So if you go through import, you can do from your Lichess games, or you can do from PGN files. and it can add it all. Me, I wanted this crisp and clean, so I started from scratch, and the only thing that I did was I actually went through browse and edit, and then I started adding lines from my Chessable courses. So what I would do is on one screen, I would watch my Chessable courses, and then on the next screen, I would go through all of those Chessable courses and lines, and then I would manually add them here. That's a little bit more tedious, but it gives me a little bit more control on what I want to add. Now, what's really cool, once you start adding this, it gives you a percentage of how far you are complete. Now, I set my completion to, does it actually say? Yeah, I want to cover positions seen in at least 1 in 400 games. You have a rating band that you can select. So this is what's most likely what your opponents are going to be playing in those given areas. So whether or not you're on chess.com or Lichess, your rating band, this is what's most likely. It reaches out and uses an API to connect to those opening trees and games lists for people in your rating range to know what they're playing, so you can be comfortable playing against those people. So when we go actually do add a thing, there's this next piece here where you've added a whole bunch of lines, you're good, and now we're like, let's go to our biggest gap. And our biggest gap, we get to choose the next move. So the first biggest gap is D6 for us, apparently. We haven't, E6. We haven't seen any Queen's Gambit invitation lines. I don't have that in my repertoire yet, so it automatically played that first. So then we would need to add line based on our opening choices here, and you'd probably want to play either the English opening, you can play into the French opening based on what your repertoire is, or you can play D4. You can just try to either use the eval, you can use the peer results as well. So all of these are moves that are actually capable of occurring, and you can even do show more moves. So if you wanted to play something that's equalizing, you'd be like, well, okay, I'm going to play a less known move and maybe throw your opponents off. You have the ability to do that as well, which is really, really nice. So you get the peer evaluation, then you have peer results, and this is kind of shows you how well players have scored using these moves in your rating band. So if you're struggling with your openings and you're looking for something that's just a little bit easier or a little bit more streamlined than just trying to bang through hundreds of lines on Chessable, I would urge you to take a look at chessbook.com. It's really awesome. And actually, the last thing I'll show is there is a Chessbook community on Discord as well. And the person, why does it show that? ... Well, his name is Marcus. He must have changed his name. But so Marcus is the gentleman who is running this, and he's very, as you can see, he's very active in the community. He has ideas and feedback and beta testers, so he's always looking to try to improve this type of product that he's offering from the community. So it's really nice to see that there's someone engaging in chess community, and if you are looking to try to improve in your openings, this might be something that you should take a look at. So I urge you to take a look at chessbook.com.